Hey everyone, I'm Phoenix, and this is the fourth episode for the Natural Disasters Alpine Village scenario in City Skylines. In the last episode, we grew the city to a small city with a population of 7,500, and we put in some ferry lines. I said I was going to destroy some bridges, but we have never actually got around to that, so we can start with that today. At the moment, I feel like I'm going to fail this scenario anyway, because of where we're at with these stats. So we might as well take advantage of it and see if we can turn it around while having some fun and experimenting. I've always wondered what happens if cars can't get to a spot. At the start of the first episode in this scenario, I went over the mods that I was using for the whole series. You can find a link to them in the description below. And finally, one last housekeeping thing regarding the audio-video quality. I've dropped the recordings to 30 FPS. It didn't really seem to make a difference to the final quality of the video, only to the file size, which makes it easier for me to upload, and YouTube reprocesses the video anyway. So now I'm quite happy with the file size, the microphone levels, the filters, all that sort of stuff. Let me know in the comments below if you've got any more feedback, or if there's anything I could do to improve. Okay, so time to jump in and destroy some bridges. But before we do that, I just want to make sure that we've got services on each of the main islands. I think that's going to really hurt us. We can see there's already a fire over here, so I'll check for things like that. Make sure that we've got a fire station there. It'll get there. We don't have any up here, so I will quickly add some services here, and I can probably add maybe some helicopter depots. That might actually be a cheaper way, although I don't have that much money. Can probably take a loan. If I pay that and then take it again, that'll give me an additional 60,000 plus minus, what was it, 14 left. So now we should be able to put in some helicopters to help us out, especially if there's some disasters coming. Slope too steep here. Alright, I'll just level this out a little bit. I don't have the landscaping mods turned on, I keep on forgetting. So that's going to take me forever and cost money. So we'll find a different place for that. Maybe over here, yep. And a police helicopter as well, because I don't think we've got police on any of the other... No, we do have services, all the services down here, so I'm not too worried about that one. Let's go grab the police helicopter depot. Oh, this one's quite large. Requires a side street. Forgot about that. So I'll just grab a very small dirt road. I'm going to end up destroying that anyway. Not fire, police. What's going on here? Slope too steep still. Okay, maybe that was a bad call. I'll connect the electricity back up. I've got to make sure that when I'm playing I don't end up mumbling and talking to myself. I need to talk a little bit louder. So if I jump into a time lapse at some point, that's probably why I ended up mumbling to myself again. Here we go, that'll do for this. Bake it into the mountain, that's fine. That should service this whole island and this other small one over here. So, one other thing, I'm going to force a lot of people onto the ferries here, so I will probably destroy this road. Let's just start with destroying the bridges and see what happens. So, get rid of you for now. We'll just do that. I'll leave the rest of the roads in case I need to come back and put them back in. Would suck to have to remodel all of that, but let's see what happens. What I'm hoping is that we will see our ferry numbers jump quite dramatically. Obviously the bus lines don't work anymore. We can probably keep an eye on the bus lines as well. Not that one, this one. We're transporting 490 and 89 per week. So that one's going from there to... Oh, we should probably destroy this bridge as well. Might as well. If we're having some fun, we might as well do it properly. it makes me question where and how commercial goods are going to get around, but I'm sure that's it'll make itself evident very soon. These cars are just all disappearing as the pathfinding finds its way. Let's see who starts shouting first. So the buses, obviously, will go down. Ferries are going up, which is nice. Maybe we can add a ferry line in here. Money's still going up, population's still going up, which is an interesting one. I would have expected population. There we go. I would have expected population to take a bit of a hit. Buses are still going down, and through there, the other bus lines are still having problems. That's understandable. Grab you. Let's have a look at the lines. So we'll delete this line and this line. It'll upset some people. But the only one that actually works is the Rosewood shuttle, because that's the one that's going down through here. Also, in watching the game after, or during the last episode, I noticed that there's people walking all the way up from the suburb that's down here. 600 people, nice. I think I have manually manipulated the number of ferries that are able to be spawned. I've done that via the budget, ramping the budget all the way up to 150%, but I think actually I should be able to modify this line here. Yeah, let's just crank this all the way up to like 250%, 260, that'll do. That should give us a whole bunch more ferries, because yeah, there's a lot of people waiting at these stops. Yeah, so here come the other vehicles now. That was this line. Let's have a look at this line, and we'll do the same here as well. The fun thing about the game is that it doesn't really care. Wow, 1100 people. It doesn't really care about overlapping, which is quite cute. So let's see if we can service all these people. Okay. Rubbish is a problem down here. I thought we had, yeah, we did put a truck in here. Only 2 of 15 in use, which is odd. Wow, look at all these people come flying in. If I slow the game down to normal speed for a second, that's a lot of people waiting for a ferry. Oh, there's a big rubbish problem. 117 people complaining, so I'll throw a few more recycling centers in. There's a death problem up here. And what's that? Not enough customers, yep, because they're all coming through here. And they need to walk up. Of course, I managed to find a place that didn't have water or electricity. I'll just close this one, get out of the way. That'll do for now. We're just stuffing around. Why is this still such a problem? It could be because of the location of this one, so I'll move it up here. Even though it's going to be noisy, it'll be a better connection. Actually, what I can do is put a small road off this side of the roundabout, which will be even nicer because then it's further away but still connected to the main road. Water just covers it there, power reaches across because of the what's that, cemetery. Oh, we definitely need to take those off for this one and do that. Come on, guys. There we go. The number's going up 4, 5. Just hit flicker at 5. Yeah, there's the 5th one spawning now. Okay, so that'll solve itself eventually. 50 of 50 jumps straight on. We've still got 500 something waiting over here, and we've got hundreds. 900 people waiting. Death problem up here as well. I think the garbage problem, the garbage problem will solve itself. Our population's still going up, which I find really interesting. Let's put some aftercare, death care. Some of these spots. We don't have crematoriums yet. Must be placed roadside. There isn't a lot of space for this, unfortunately. Okay. Yeah, sure. It's not ideal. Oh, money's about to go below zero. And we've got loan repayments to make, so. That'll be enough for a little while. Look at all these guys flying along. I will take that stop out that I put in here on this line. Yeah, we can upgrade you, can't we? Oh, there's a nice fire going on over here. Helicopters are coming through and solving the problem though, so that's okay. Our rubbish problem's dropping right back down. Garbage trucks are coming through and taking care of all that, which is good. We don't have the problem here anymore. There's still people cutting through the industrial area, which I find quite odd. But overall, traffic's not going to be a problem anymore. That's solved itself down there. This one's okay. Alright, might be time to, looking at the car parking here and no one's using this one, disable parking along here. That'll force the cars to go up and float, weirdly enough. Quite odd. Guess that's what happened when you use anarchy to put things in. And I also want to destroy that because we've got just enough money to go and do a bigger ferry line now. So we'll do that. Put our road in, just a normal road for here. What happened there? Okay, because it leveled up. Use move it to grab that, throw it down a little bit, even though it makes this one a little bit less realistic. And I'll raise this one up a little bit and force it to be ground level here. There we go. Okay. I'll fix the ferry lines up before I forget, seeing that's the only place that we have at the moment. So that one goes from there to there to there, and I'll do that, sure. And this one I'll mirror it basically and go from there to there. That way this stop I would have expected that to come just this way. Let's see if I can delete you for now, just so that I can get access to this stop, because I don't want that stop there, and I don't. Okay, maybe it's because it's shorter. they'll overlap each other anyway, and I'll grab the inside one and do that. And this one, drag the line up here, we'll put that on the inside, and then it comes back down. I will also delete you, just to grab a handle on that, because I don't want that stopped there. I want it to stop on the inside only, and then go that way back. I can probably also, oh, still got anarchy turned on. Let's cut through here, like this. And then I would imagine that as the game gets going, this yellow return line, yep, there we go. So that'll jump down that way to take people down. This one, still not going the more direct way, maybe because of this last little bit. Let's do that. Sometimes the pathing in this is really odd. Okay, don't know why it's doing that, but for now, that'll keep our people happy, floating cars happy. Lots of people are walking, cutting across an intersection there. Ah, there you go. So now you're coming back this way. So if we have a look at that line again. Yeah, so pink handles this circuit. What I might do is just delete, pause the game first. Delete all the paths in and out. Ah, that's connected by default, isn't it? Alright, so we'll do that and that, and we'll do that and that. Probably won't make a difference. Doesn't seem like it has. Why is the yellow one on the... yellow one's probably on that side because of the... No? Okay, stop. Why is there a yellow path there? Okay, you know what? I think I'm going to go and grab the ferry lines and just delete the line because there's something glitched out there. Bear with me, I'll put this in a time lapse. Looks a bit messy, but it's going alright, I believe. We're up to 262 a week. This number's going up. This is still a bit scary, but we'll get there in the end. Maybe. We've got $30,000 demand is still fine. Let's see if we can get some more people in. Maybe I'll reclassify some of this again. last episode, I think I installed this just as a bus lane road, and I expected to see utility vehicles and buses using it, but not necessarily pedestrian cars. I was very surprised to see that when I go into the in-game tools and check out the traffic routes, that there were a whole bunch, and there still are a few, there were a whole bunch of purple lines coming straight down, which was obviously private vehicles. Now that I've restricted private vehicles to only be available on this island, not connected to the highway, all the rest of it, we can see that that number has gone down significantly. Public transport and cargo is bright pink, so that's coming down to here. Yep. And there's still a whole bunch of pedestrians, which is nice. They're crossing over and heading over to the bus stop, so that's a bus stop there, which is good. The city service vehicles coming through, they're the red ones there, but yeah, thankfully there's not a lot of purple, not a lot of private vehicles going up and down this stretch anymore. If we look over here, we're doing pretty well. We've got a lot of ferries flying along. I'll put the game into fast mode. That's looking certainly very busy. The numbers still aren't where they should be. That's not looking great for our scenario here, but we'll do what we can. Let's jump into this bus station and have a look at what we can do to improve. Maybe we can add some more vehicles and modify the vehicle count using the transport mod, and yeah, it's still not great having so much congestion at that one stop. So what I'll do is I'll grab if I can, I'll grab the line and see if we can insert a second stop here. Yeah, if I put it in down here, it'll loop around and pick up twice and then leave. It'll just help me to sort out the numbers, see what, physically see what the congestion looks like. Alright, so that looks a bit better. We see some of the new buses spawning there. Yep, so there's the new ones, there we go. And the unbunching will cause them to stop and wait and then kick off. We see they loop around. Oh, there's a nice little glitch there. That looks like an autosave hiccup as well. They're shooting out onto the main road to come back into this stop. That's, yeah, interesting. Oh well. Looks like it's working the way that we expect it to, so that's fine. Let's jump over and have a look at the ferries. We're still seeing massive numbers jumping on these ferries. All these look quite busy, all these stops look quite busy. So many people waiting, and so many pedestrians. It's crazy. Starting to see our population take a bit of a dip. Money's still fine though. Maybe I should have done this before. Yeah, so the ferries are looking fine. This interchange is real busy. Look at all these people coming down from suburbia down into our ferry stop here. Nice. Have a look at these ferries. Numbers look okay. Overall, we've got passengers in, passengers out. They look fine. Over the last week or so, the game averages them out. Still got to figure out how to read those numbers properly, but yeah, it's looking okay. So now we've got about $70,000. What else can we do? We've just put in some ferry lines. We've got a bus line, a bus shuttle that runs up and down. It's got 2 stops up here to try and flatten out some of the congestion. We've got a lot of commercial people down here that are moving out because they don't have enough goods. That's understandable. You can't use ferries to transport goods, apparently. Same up here, not enough customers. That could be because the ferry infrastructure here might actually pay to put a nice pedestrian overpass around this one, but we don't have a lot of traffic, so I would expect pedestrians to have a pretty good right of way there. Health and fire and happiness is fine. Well-being, entertainment's fine. Death care's fine. It's not great. Noise is because this whole area is noisy. Offices, there's not enough people. Yeah, it's understandable. I might actually put another little ferry junction in over here, just to shuttle people back and forth, because it is a long way to walk if you're going from there to there. Actually, I probably can start with a footpath and then turn it into a then also add the roads. So I'll just do this one, make it look a little bit more natural. I'll try and come through here, go up and across this way, because this is quite mountainous, and we'll put you down kind of into there, but also take you back across here. There we go. That'll do to there. I will come along and put a ferry stop in just to make it easier for them. This one I don't want to be a significant stop. So maybe I'll just do that. Connect it up to this one. Do something like that. Just make sure that's got water, it's got power, it's got water. Okay, and now I need to give it a road connection, which is going to be a bit of a challenge because of how steep that all is, but let's see what we can do. And that is ridiculously steep, but it gets the job done. What is this going to? Okay, we've got power all the way along here now, so we probably don't need these power lines anymore. Get rid of that one. Power covers all of this. It also bridges across there, but better to be safe than sorry and have it in two spots. This one I'm not so worried about. That one through there is okay. Yeah, let's try that. See where the ferries go. Here comes the first one. Going down this way. 50 got on. No, 50 of 50 to get off here. Yep. Minus 30 plus 30. Okay, so we've added 6 people there. There's 4 people waiting, so it gives it a nice good stop to wait at. We can sort of see the colours of the ferries if we drop down to this level. Alright, what are we going to do? We don't have a lot of residential demand. We are over 100,000, although we've only got 50 weeks to go. Just going to pause here for a second, take a short break, I'll be right back. I took a short break, had to think about what we could have done differently, and long story short, I probably should have bought some of these squares, because I found out that the train line is just here. There will be a scenario activated, a part of the scenario activated after we buy 3 squares, but I think we've got enough money at the moment, we might as well go and do that now. So we'll buy this one, and we'll buy, oh cool, thank you, and we'll buy this one. That'll unlock the rail line up here. We've got just enough money, so I think I'm going to service this area by train, at least to start. We'll put this one in. Where am I going to go? Yeah, probably down here somewhere so that I can still get people to cross over and go to the bus stop. That'll be nice. So just there, that'll unlock the rail for us. And I will run a rail line out here quickly, put it in time lapse for you. Okay, so that gives us a rail line that comes in up here. I had to take the secondary loan in the middle there just to get enough to finish it. We've got a north and a south, like a nice three-way intersection here. So hopefully in a second we'll see some intercity trains start coming in, and that should kickstart a whole bunch of our population. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. I kind of just disregarded it. Yeah, didn't think it was worth it. But yeah, we can see here, boom, there we go. Massive upgrades happening down here because of the increased access now, and yeah, that gives us a nice boost to the economy as well. Yeah, I probably should have considered this way back in much earlier in the scenario. So I'll just put an overpass in here so that it's easy for them to get from the train station across to the bus stop without having to cross over the road. Keep the buses travelling. Oh, we got a nice little police helicopter come and solve a problem for us. We can see here that we've got quite a nice walk, people coming from the ferry straight up here, across, down here, down the main road, across and over onto the train. So the Sims are more than happy to walk that far. Ferry is still absolutely flying along. Garbage and education have problems, but that's not necessarily a problem for now. 0 passengers are leaving on that train, but yep, there we go. Look at that. Why didn't I think of that before? So I think it's going to be a little bit too late for us now. We're in the 310-ish weeks and we're nowhere near our target. So I'm going to consider this a failure for this goal. I might actually go back to episode 2 and start again. Oh, you see the Sims are spawning cars and stuff as well. Always interesting when people can fit a car in their pocket. These buses are now definitely going to be full as they leave. But back to what I was saying, I think I'm going to start from episode 2, go back and reevaluate when I possibly could have put a train in. The train can probably also weave its way once we're making enough money now, but can probably weave its way around to here, possibly even an industrial train, just to try and get cargo up. These ferry stops are actually doing alright. There's 53 people serviced by this one, 400-ish at both of these, 440 and I think it was 360, so 400s-ish, 300 down here, and there are tons of people waiting. There are so many people waiting at this station. If we zoom in and have a look. I also don't understand why they glitch out and they're so far above the water. It could be something to do with the heights that I have, like the heights of the banks coming down, because this one's not as bad, but it's still pretty sketchy. If we watch them jump, just here, I'll slow it right down. They jump down and jump up onto the ferry, so there's definitely something going wrong there. Game glitching out a bit. Lots of fun, but I think I'm going to leave it there for today. I'm going to classify this as a failure. Maybe I might just let it play out until the fail and continue doing a little bit, put in a time lapse till the end. But yeah, let's do that, and I'll see you all next time. So, ladies and gents, I think I'm about to lose this challenge. It's about to become a failure. We've got 7 weeks to go, nowhere near our target. I can't believe it didn't occur to me earlier to, of course, ramp up the ferries and destroy the bridges. I mentioned that in an earlier episode, but add trains because they count towards our public transport. If we have a look at the numbers that we're doing, yeah, it's 500 via ferries, 275, 36. So 800 a week, still not great. Still need to get a lot more people in. I'll need to, do a bit more research, I think, try and figure out how exactly I could have done this better. I might come back and start from an earlier episode. I might just let this be my first introduction into streaming and leave it as it is. I hope you have enjoyed experimenting along with me. Thanks very much, and leave me a like and a subscribe. Yeah, hopefully I'll see you next time.